Yep.
Yeah. Do you ever play League?
I've played it a little bit, and yeah. Yep.
Enough to get salty?
No, not enough to get salty. Just I don't think I even got up off the ground really.
Yep. Didn't give it a chance.
The players are that good that you walk out.
You're terrified of. Yep.
Yep.
It's scary like that sometimes. You know, you don't want to disappoint everyone around you, but you also have to like actually learn how to play a video game.
So, you played League of Legends?
I'm a Dota guy, which is kind of like
Similar.
hard mode.
So, are you a kind of support kind of person, or you were an attacker?
No, I usually play like a core sort of role. Usually a bit the hero effect. I can if I really need to. I actually quite have whatever role the team needs.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, but it's very hard to find a team without really trying.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Oh.
All right. Say again. Good times. All right. So
there we go. Oh.
Hi Minecraft.
Look,
is there a download for it?
I think what we can do is. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, I see.
Have you got one of those?
We will have to sort out the Minecraft afterwards. Popping up.
Okay, lovely.
Get that sorted on there.
Yeah, it'd be good to
But
see.
is everyone allowed to build in it? And...
Yes, I do believe so. That's the adventures that they have. The Minecraft server on the RFLAN, I believe, is quite one of the more popular parts of the event.
Yes.
Even. All right, so let's just pull up. Okay. Wait, are we live? Yeah, live. Okay, thank you.
So we've got,
Beautiful. Big.
So after
big
that,
mess.
we'll get some Minecraft sorted and we'll have a look.
Yeah, I think we can do that
good?
right now. I mean, we can set it up right now because the PUBG is going to be on the RF1 channel. We're still going to be here on RF2. We're going to be doing this for like till the heat death of the universe, more or less. Like it's fine. We're here to pass the time.
So we have PUBG going on soon.
Yes, that is correct.
So
on
anyone
RF1.
on that can go to the
RFLAN is the channel.
actual channel, and
we will still be here on RFLAN TV2.
Yes,
because not only do we get an extra number, we get extra letters. Because
no, we even get it.
There's no coincidence in that state of affairs. I love it. All right, Minecraft. Do the Minecraft thing.
We'll do this. Hang on. How about we go? See if we can sort this out. Because it's
We'll just set it up. It'll be fine.
Get this set up. Go. Hopefully that'll.
All right. Yeah, we'll have your people call our people. They'll do the thing. It'll be fine.
We'll be in touch.
We'll be in touch. I love it. All right. So outside of that, is this your first RFLAN?
My second, actually.
Your second. Yes. Tell us about your first one.
First one I was in January, so 62 is my first one.
Yep.
Invited by some friends, and
squares.
All right, and
obviously 10 of those make up one of the kilometers. So one square kilometer.
Yeah.
If this is going to be the case with squads, hopefully we can maybe tweak the next game settings so that it does start off with a much smaller circle.
And they're playing the waiting game once again, but I think the circles are also calculated depending on how many players and how close they're together. So I think the circle's going to be...
Well, they've never released this.
Yeah.
I have got a lot of theories. And
Yeah. And I think right now it's going to shrink massively. And it's just firing away as he does.
And then just like, give me blood.
Yeah, give me something. I want to play Apex right now. Come on, guys.
I want to play something that is actually a battle royale. And I'm sure that you guys would love to watch something that is more of a battle royale than loot and boot. I don't know.
Yeah, just waiting around. But hey, but listen, PUBG. I think PUBG is a really strategical game, though. Long-range fighting in this game, I think, is way better than all other battle royales, and because I don't know, something about Apex, the sniping is really weird to me, and I think it's because of the drop-off damage, drop-off bullet.
I could go into great detail about Apex sniping. Look, there's not as much actually bullet damage drop off. There's actually none. However, there is a fair bit of bullet drop in that game.
Yeah.
They've done that probably so that you can have a lot more fast-paced shooting. It stops people from sniping.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you're skillful, you know the bullet drop, you know you kind of can know the trajectory. Instead of aiming at your crosshairs, you're normally aiming like upwards of like 3 centimeters to one side and above because they're running 300 meters away.
Yeah, yeah. It's just I think what people are just complaining about because they're so used to bullet drop, feeling like PUBG. When they go to Apex, they're like, "This is weird. The bullet drop's like crazy." Yeah. So, but yeah, I can see what your point is. That's a pretty interesting idea. So, it looks like they're now. I think Roast Duck was in the same position that Annan was in. Sorry, the Roast Duck team.
Yeah, so no, the Roast Duck team has always been there. Annan went past, if you remember, on the bike. Roast Duck just kind of, I guess, potatoed in that corner and like, well, we're not going to go find out how it is because if that is a team of 4, then we're in a whole world of hurt. Obviously, the team of 4 doesn't want to. This is actually quite interesting to watch from a strategy point of view. The team of 4 doesn't really want to start an engagement, even though they know that they're strongest team here. And the reason being is because they know that the other 2, the duo and the solo, they'll be looking for that opening.
And it looks like Anna's actually in his vehicle again. That noise is definitely going to be picked up. They're looking directly at him, as you can see in the minimap. So this could be pretty interesting. He's actually going to the squad of 4, and that's a bad thing to do. He can win the 2, but I don't think he can win the 4. So, and the vehicle going right across, you can almost see it as he's going over, and now Blood Gods know does
is
well.
Blood gonna take a no? They're not.
No.
So again, they're playing super smart.
Perfect. Good entry.
Amazing parking.
Yeah. Good entry. That's what I do in the car park. I just smash into the other car. I'm parked. I'm straight.
And straight through the window as well. Like, hey guys, I'm here.
Yeah, but like my car is perfectly parked, so you can't blame me. I did it. So yeah. And it looks like Anna is actually in between both of them. This is going to be an issue because I'm sure the circle is going to crunch up on Annan or crunch up near the spatial area.
Well, as far as I know, the circle itself is random, and this is one of the issues with PUBG is because it is so greatly randomized. Like you could essentially be the best team, but if you get a really bad zone and you have to go through like 4 or 5 squads, statistically you've got a much lower chance of winning that fight for the simple fact that you're not the one initiating. You're literally getting pounced on.
And oh no, Annan's able to see some players, so this is going to be very interesting. But he doesn't know what to shoot at. He's just looking at 4 players. It's like, what am I going to do? So he's going to stay inside of his house, maybe be a bit sneaky. Hopefully they will drive past. But I would love to see some action.
Yeah.
And Roast Dog and Blood is still in that same house. They're going to be so unprepared. Like everyone's going to be so unprepared. I don't know who's going to be the best shot. So it's going to be quite interesting to see.
Well, I really want to see when Annan gets into a firefight, his skills, because I don't know anything about Annan or the duo. Because of previous connections, knowing them in real life through LAN cafes, I do actually know the entire squad there, as I mentioned previously. And half of them do actually have suppressors as well, so this is going to be quite interesting. And it looks like King of the Jungle's got an M24 4 times, so that is going to come into a great amount of help. I do believe King of the Jungle at one stage did play CS, and he would have been an AWPer.
Yeah. And AWPers they're devastating. 1 bullet to the chest. It's perfect.
There's a special place in hell for AWPers. Scout all the way. Headshot is still a headshot.
Yeah, bro. And that's like so much more skillful.
And then we've got _Hunter with a K98 4 times as well. So even if they go for body shots, if they actually coordinate their shots and both land a hit, it's still a down.
Yeah. And it doesn't seem to be too phased, and he's looking away, surprisingly.
Well, Annan knows that they're there. He also knows that he would either be able to hear them or that he'd hear the vehicle.
Yeah.
I'd love to kind of get a staff member to poke Roast Duck and them and just be like, stop being so boring. Like, go do something. You've literally been in that location for the entire game.
Yeah.
Like, Annan's been great. The squad, yeah, look, they're playing tactically. They have also moved around the map a fair bit. And they're also in a really good location, so there's no reason for them to move.
Now it's all about this last circle. Where is it going to be?
Yeah.
And this is going to be devastating for either this the double because they have to get pushed out. And I'm pretty sure they're going to get... No, actually, it's kind of more... They're all still in. They're all still in. I heavily expected one of them to have to be out. It looks like the squads is actually going up to Anna. It's going to be a bit of a problem. So Anna's going to have a lot of people to deal with at the moment. They're getting into that...
Oh, no, he has just decided they are not allowed to get into that vehicle. They have to go on...
all fours in the shooting, but they can't really see through that window because it's so dark. And they're actually Annan actually got some shots off. He got 18 points of damage, and these guys all have snipers, so it's going to be one shot to the head, and he's gone. Yeah, pretty much.
And with these guys' aim, I am very surprised. Like he is really dicing it. He is going to get snapped.
Yeah, as he's taking some shots, but not actually going to be able to land anything because that recoil is too much for him, and he actually hits the car quite a bit.
Yeah. However, at the same time, that isn't a bad thing. He is taking shots in the right direction, and he is also really using his body. Oh, we've got 31 hits there from Hunter there.
And this is where they should be pushing aggressively because they know they're healing, and as what they're doing, they're grabbing that car and going straight for him. So this is going to be quite interesting.
However, they also don't know that he is a solo.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, he's taking massive damage, though. That's a good little bit of a combat between that. Annan's taking some shots, 30 damage. That's pretty good. And he's doing more, but he's going to be lying down. Hopefully that car doesn't drive away.
Now best play by Anna would actually open that door and lob a grenade in that direction. And what I'd also be expecting to see Blood Gods and Roast Duck doing is actually heading over here, but it doesn't look like they are. So they are really going to have a bit of an issue there.
Yeah,
we've got Baba Yaga, we've got the mysterious boogeyman, John Wick. Hopefully he can shoot as well as John Wick, and we'll see in a moment.
Yeah, this is where you really scramble. You don't know what to do. It's a 1v4, but he's trying to do the best that he can with all the cover that he has, and he's taking the damage, but he's not going to go down just yet. He looks like he's blinded, and it looks like it's going to be the end of him as he does annihilated by a very strategical play. They didn't just go all out as I thought. They actually played it really well.
This is the competition is based off wins, not kills. So that in itself doesn't matter. That you will see a lot more slower gameplay with a competition like that.
Yeah.
Now obviously I'm actually going to refer to the duo as Team Potato.
Yeah.
Because they may as well bury themselves in the but they would probably grow more as players.
Yeah. Yeah. And it looks like Squad's gonna sit in that building. Because I'm sure the circle's going to go around where they are, and the duos is going to be a bit of an issue. So we'll see how it goes.
Now that the squad has finished that solo, they know that it's only a duo left.
Duo left, yeah.
And with the kill feed, I'm assuming that Roast Duck and God's Son probably also know that as well. Yeah. So they are going to still play super conservatively. But I do need to ask the question of Roast Duck and Blood Gods. If they weren't to push at this time, why are they playing this competition? Because I don't think that they can win.
Yeah.
Their biggest chance was that push.
Yeah. And it seems like they're... pretty much all of them have to get pushed out to the middle, but they have a little bit more space, Roast Duck or the Potato Squad, and it seems like, they're going to be still staying in that building.
Well, hopefully we can see them turn into like amazing McDonald's fries or something like that.
Yeah. And these players are just going all out. They don't need to worry. One goes down, now they know the info, and they can just charge him, basically.
Yeah.
But how good is Blood Gods and Roast Duck at shooting? We don't know. They could be insane at it. Because if they can just hold a corner, because there's only, I think, one door to this room, and the garage, so basically have to go up the stairs. They can wipe them out if they just don't peek and let them push. And I'm sure the squad is like hungry for more kills.
Yeah. In saying that, I doubt the squad will probably move much more than maybe to the very center of that circle. Whereas when the circle collapses, which we will see quite soon, the next circle will definitely be pushing Rostock and Blood Gods. If the circle somehow manages to stay over them, then it is a perfect way of kind of being like, hey, PUBG, you need to fix this because these guys haven't moved and done anything. You shouldn't be rewarding them with a circle.
It looks like phase 6 is almost underway. Has got a minute left on that phase, but I'm sure that I think the squads are actually going towards them at the moment.
Yeah,
takes a little bit of a peel. He didn't even take any damage, but he's just getting, I guess, that regen. So.
Yeah, getting the regen up. They're getting ready to move because they understand that they're on the edge of zone. It looks like they're potentially wanting to move before that circle starts proccing.
Yeah.
Now, it'll be interesting to see how they move if they do take that thin edge where the zone follows in the shortest period. It will also give them a little bit of low ground in that compound there as well. So that northwest compound, which is just on the edge of that circle, which the cursor just quite happily... Thank you. We've got lovely people behind the scenes. I would like actually to take a minute to thank everyone. Without the countless hands who have put in over 10 hours of work, and that's putting it lightly, none of RFLAN would be possible. So big shout out to the entire RFLAN crew. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll keep on doing it.
And it looks like the duo has to finally push out of that doorway, and they're going to take the shorter side when it comes to the circle shrinking in. So this will be kind of interesting. They're still going to be on the other side, but once they get that information, they're going to try to advance a little bit. Because I feel like when you're playing too defensively, you're never going to get the first pick because the other squad is going to be already pushing you. So they need to get that first pick so they can make it kind of even, and then the second one. So we'll definitely have to see.
And it does look like they are just outside of line of sight. I think it was the squad that have thrown a few grenades because I think they're just trying to make sure that any corners and stuff like that are cleared before they move. They don't want to obviously get like a really quick 2 down, which would even the score.
Yeah.
That is obviously what Team Potato needs to really kind of even this out.
Yeah. And there's only one big issue is that the squad of 4, they're able to do trade kills. So they're able to go onto one person, let him die, and then trade that guy, and also the second one. Huh?
Because it's still a trio at that point.
Yeah. So and that's a brilliant strat, but that's what the duos don't have. So yeah, it's going to be a big issue.
I mean, this I'm finding interesting now. This is what we should have started from like phase 5. Ooh.
And shots seem to be already happening as Rostock is actually in the open, and this is a big issue because he doesn't have much cover, but he's going to take the first shot, and he almost gets him, but no, he's going to go down, and Blood Gods is going to be left alone, and the squad already know where they are. He's taking those shots, trying to get something, 25, but not enough, and they're not very low, so it looks like the squad is going to swarm him like sharks. And the grenades are going out, trying to get something lucky, some lucky shots. And Rostock has been taken out completely with a grenade, interestingly. Blood Gun is going to take 2 corners, and he goes down.
Again, that was a super easy win for the team.
Winner, chicken dinner.
I think that they're going to not really be feeling that fulfilled right now.
Yeah, right?
They would have kind of been like, well, where the hell's the rest of the teams?
Yeah.
Really, really sorry, guys. Obviously, the final round was a little bit interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully, with the next PUBG, we will find out a little bit more how many people are on there as well.
Yeah, cool. And yeah.
Do you spend a lot of time practicing for the Risk of Rain stuff, or is it hard to practice it?
It's a bit hard to practice. It's somewhat random, and throughout the run, you're probably going to see me reset certain things a lot because for Risk of Rain, each level has 2 different variants that you can get, and for the first level, we need to get the specific variant because it's the shorter one, and there's less time spent finding the teleporter to get to the next level. And apart from that, it's also just getting the items that you need and making sure you don't die. So that's pretty good.
Oops. Sorry, I've broken this.
That's okay.
That's proper broke. Alright, we'll just swipe those over onto the other screen there for you. Yeah.
Yep. Alright, there we go. Now, try and get this set up again.
Beautiful.
Hopefully it works.
So Trent, do you normally stream these speedruns and things like that?
Yeah, I try to whenever I can. I haven't
Yep.
really been streaming that much lately, but I've been doing a lot of offline attempts.
Mhm.
And
Do you have a Twitch or a YouTube channel in which we can behold your hard efforts?
yeah, so my Twitch is Trent SSB, and that's also my Twitter and my real name because that's
Yep.
how they like to do things now.
Yep.
So I'm gonna continue to set this up, change the resolution. Change my controls quickly. And I'll just make sure that okay, cool, the save file's in there. So the 3 artifacts that we're going to be using throughout this run are glass. This gives us 500% damage, but it only gives us 10% health.
Okay.
So it makes us a glass cannon. The next one I'm going to choose is going to be command. This makes it so that our items aren't random. We get to choose the item based on the rarity. And the last one we're going to choose is spirit. So basically the lower health we have, the faster we run.
Okay.
But that also applies to enemies. Yep. So we have to kill enemies quickly enough.
Okay.
So
let me just check that the scene's set up right as well. Sorry.
Awesome. So I'm just gonna keep resetting until we find the level that we need.
Yep.
This is one of the worst parts about running this game, is just getting the correct level.
Which level do you need?
So we need the dried lake in order for this to work well enough. So
and of course it knows that you want that one.
Yeah, exactly.
And now it's never going to give it to you.
Okay, there we go. We got dried lake.
Which character do you play as?
So we play as the bandit, and that's because his third ability, smoke screen, makes you move faster and also makes you invincible for a little bit of time. And that's part of one of the biggest glitches in this run. We're going to be getting an item called the Giant Amethyst later that allows you to reset your cooldowns on your activated abilities. And we can abuse that if you use the smoke screen and then you use the amethyst and use the smoke screen again. Only one of them goes away when the ability fades, so it keeps stacking your speed, and you get to move a lot faster.
Yep.
That's the main glitch of this run.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you're using the relic that lets you choose your loot?
Yep. And so that just allows us to get the items that we need. That item I picked up there, Smart Shopper, that just gives us a little bit of extra money whenever we kill an enemy. We're only going to be picking up one of those throughout this run, because we only need one, and it's good to get it as early as you can.
Yep.
So we're basically going to be getting items that mainly help us offensively, so we're going to be getting damage items, and we're also going to be getting items that help us with our movement. So right here I'm going to get 3 of these items throughout the run. They're called the Hoopoe Feather. They give you an extra jump, so if everything goes well, we should be able to jump 4 times by the end of the run. And so I'm just trying to pick up as many items as I can and wait for the timer to run out. And this item here, Bundle of Fireworks, is actually what helps us kill the final boss so quickly. Basically, whenever we open a chest, it sends out a bunch of fireworks that sort of home in on enemies. And in conjunction with another use item that we're going to be getting later called the Explorer's Key, that opens all the chests you can see on the screen. So basically, when we combine those two, we can open a lot of chests and deal a lot of damage to the final boss. So that's the first level done. That went pretty well. Oh, cool. So we got the good level for the second level here. This is the variation we want because it's the smaller maps and it's not as hard to traverse. And the way the teleporter works in this game, so you need to get to the teleporter and beat the boss and all the enemies in order to get to the next level. and the teleporter can spawn anywhere on the map, but it can't spawn close to you. So if you spawn in the middle, it can either be on the far left or the far right, and that way, that makes it a little bit hard to find, but I just saw the teleporter up there, so this isn't that bad. I'm gonna get rid of some of these enemies on my way.
How long does the runs typically take for you?
So runs are typically around anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes. The current world record is just under 10 minutes.
Oh wow.
So, and this might actually be a little bad. This boss is kind of annoying just because of these enemies that it drops. Those green wisps can kill you in pretty much one hit on this mode, since we're using glass, so we have to be a little careful there. And right there I also just picked up a laser turbine. That's going to help us with the second phase of the final boss. When these big worms come in, we can use that and just blast them away in one hit pretty much.
So almost from the beginning you're building for the final boss.
What was that, sorry?
So almost from the beginning you're building for the final boss.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you're doing. So if you're... So all of the movement items we're picking up allow us to glitch into the final boss area. And then anything we're getting is helping us kill the final boss as quickly as possible. Okay. So that's sort of the entire game plan of this run. And also, of course, making sure not to die. So throughout this run, I'm going to be picking up some items that I normally wouldn't. And that's just so that I don't die. Yeah. So I'm going to be picking up an item that whenever you kill an enemy, it increases your maximum health by 1. Yep. And another item that gives you a shield. So right here we've got the giant amethyst, and right here I'm going to smokestack, use the amethyst and smokestack again. And that's going to allow us to stack our speed for the first time. Okay. And we're going to be doing that pretty much whenever we can, because we want to be as fast as we can just to sort of go through the levels. So, do it again. And I have my controls up in a certain way just so I don't have to move my hand that much whenever I want to do it.
So it's usually just straight to the teleporters and then straight to the next level?
Yeah, pretty much. You don't want to spend too much time looking around for items because it can take a while to get back to the teleporter depending on where you are. So it's just kind of staying in the one area and making sure that you get all of the items in that area. So right here's the boss, and there you saw the first use of that laser turbine.
Oh man.
And right there I just picked up a second one to charge it up faster. How you charge the laser turbine is you just use your skills, and eventually over time it'll charge up. And right there I also picked up a soldier syringe, and what that does is that increases our attack speed. We can attack faster. So, keep getting items. Ooh, okay. So we got a third orange item there. That's the rarest of the item rarities. And you don't normally get 3 of them in a run like this. So I'm going to grab the ceremonial daggers. Basically, that whenever we kill an enemy, it fires off these purple bolts that home out and seek other enemies. It can be quite good if there's enemies on the screen that we can't see, that we need to kill before getting to the next level through the teleporter. That's that level done. That was pretty decent. And coming up now is the 4th level. Okay. So this level is pretty small, but it can be a little annoying to get through because whenever you walk through those pink ropes, the smaller ones on the ground, you actually lose speed for a little bit. So we got to make sure that we can try and walk through those as little as possible. And there you just saw the laser again.
Stolen the focus.
So good. So, I'm going to be moving up here. Another thing I guess I should mention about this game is that there's the in-game timer on the top right-hand corner of the screen. And underneath that is a difficulty. Basically, the further you go on time-wise, the more difficult the game gets. So the difficulty scales with time. But that shouldn't be a problem for the run because we're going to be over pretty quickly. So that was pretty quick. And I'm going to grab this. This level is good for a speedrun because it's quite small and there's not much to explore in order to get to the teleporter. However, because it's small, there's not that many items normally spawn, and that could be a bit of a problem. So right there, I just got a 4th orange item, which is
my god,
completely unheard of. So I just got another one of the ceremonial daggers. So right now, I'm almost done with all of my movement items. I just need 2 of the jetpack, which increase our jump height. And then I'm just going to be working on my sort of more defensive items, so my health items mainly, and then we should be done for the run. So we've got 2 more levels. After this, we've got the final level, Temple of the Elders, which is quite big. There's a lot of items. It's not really the best for a speedrun. And then the last level is Risk of Rain, and that's where we fight Providence. So that's not the item I wanted, that's fine. That's all good. So we'll just wait here.
Is it better to leave it if you don't want it?
Yeah, it is. So that item increases your knockback, so it can actually push enemies back further when you attack them. So we don't really want that in the run. So just continue here. Okay, that's a pretty decent teleporter location. And
oh my gosh!
Yeah, pretty quick. So and because we're so fast, we can actually afford to walk through this level and open up all the chests that we need to, because we've gotten enough speed. So,
and does the speed just come in from the passives on the bandit?
Yeah. Okay, so here I'm going to start taking my more defensive items. So the Guardian's Heart, that gives me a shield. That just gives me a little bit of extra health. That's just to ensure that I don't die on the final boss fight. And also on this level, I might stick around for a little longer because there was an item that I'm supposed to have by now that I don't have. And that was the Explorer's Key that I was talking about earlier that opens up all of the chests on screen. And we do need that for the final boss. It's not looking likely. Oh, yeah. That's okay. I might be able to get one on the next level. And I hit the wrong button, so we're actually going to go back to the first level and do that again.
Okay.
So that was a bit of a mistake, but that might give me a little bit of an extra chance to find the item that I need.
Yep. With the option to choose the items, are they chosen from a category?
Yeah, so each item has a rarity. So the white items are common, the green items are uncommon, and the sort of orangish items are rare. And so basically when you're choosing your items, it drops a box that's the color of the rarity, and you just go from there, and you get to choose.
Alright, so which rarity do you need to get the item you want?
So I need these sort of more, the light orange, which is the use item. So I'm looking for one of those.
And in the meantime, you'll just become outrageously powerful.
Yeah. So I've got to keep stacking up these soldiers' syringes because they're good items. And I'm just going to be pumping money into these shrines. So these shrines, you pay them money and they have a chance to give you an item. It's not a guarantee. So yeah, now we're attacking insanely fast. Okay, so I'm all done with all of my sort of passive items now. I'm just looking for the Explorer's Key. And that's not it. That's alright. So
you're too fast.
yeah, that's what happens if you're too fast. So
They just sort of replay through the mission. Can you go back to the final mission from on the replay, or do you have to go?
yeah,
through the
you
whole game
can.
again?
You can do it from any level, but I'm just doing these other levels to make sure I get the item I need.
Yep.
Just to guarantee that I have that for the final boss. Okay, so absolutely hoping that I can get it. If not, it's not the end of the world. It's just gonna make it a little bit slower. So we're gonna keep going here. Put some money into the shrine. So right here I'm gonna start getting these glasses, and these give us a chance to critical hit, which in this game is double damage. And because our attack speed is so high, we're going to be attacking a lot, so there's a high chance that we'll do double damage.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it gets quite insane. Alright, so I didn't get the item I needed still, but that's fine. I'll go to the final level after this, just to make sure that everything's fine. And just to make sure that I can actually finish the run. So yeah, now we're really fast, and we're going to need this for the final boss. So basically, to get into the final boss area, normally you have to go through some arena type sections. That's sort of like this teleporter. You have to wait a certain amount of time and kill some enemies. However, we can do an out of bounds glitch, where by going out of bounds and then holding up and down while we're out of bounds, it teleports you to the nearest ladder. And when we're out of bounds on a specific spot, the nearest ladder's inside the boss room.
Oh.
So we can use that to teleport into the boss room. So here's the final level. I'm gonna mess around for a little bit, see if I can get this item. Oh, looking like it. That's fine. Oh, open the container. Okay, that's alright. Right here is the out of bounds glitch. It's pretty cool. There we go. So that's the out of bounds glitch. That's pretty interesting.
Skips the entire level.
Gets the entire level, yeah. And the reason we, I forgot to mention, I'm not actually playing on the Steam version of this game. Oh, I died. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I thought I was gonna be fine. I got too caught up in explaining things.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So there was like a minute left and we'd killed the boss and that was it. But yeah, we're running on the Steam version, not on the Steam version, because there's a bug in this version where they programmed the icon for the boss's shielding, but they didn't actually program the shield. So we can deal extra damage when we're not supposed to.
Yep.
So I really wasn't expecting to die there. That's quite unfortunate. But I have a habit of losing my runs to the stupidest stuff in events like this.
We can go again if you want. That's entirely up to you.
No, I think we'll leave it. I think we'll get on to the next run. Yeah, so that was Risk of Rain. Sorry you didn't get to see all of the final boss, but you got to see all of the cool stuff, all of the glitches and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay,
awesome.
No worries, man. Thanks for that.
That's all good.
Alright, so it's Amethyst. Yeah, step on up, Amethyst. Let's get some more going on there. Everything's lovely. Alright, step on up, sir. Ugh. Alrighty. Amethyst, good to meet you. Alright, what are you playing? Amazing. Yeah, is it on Steam? Is it on Steam? What's on the thing here? Okay, sweet. You need to sign in. Okay, no worries. Log you out. So tell me about yourself and getting into speedrunning.
Sorry. So, I originally got into speedrunning around 2013, but didn't start running myself until the end of 2017.
Yep.
Mainly run the Shantae games.
Yep.
But this is a game that exists, and I thought I'd run it. Pretty much it.
What made you pick this one?
Pick up this one. A friend of mine bought it as a joke for me and told me to run it, so that's why I'm running it.
And what's your best time on this game so far?
The category I'm running is a 29.09, which is the current world record. Not sure if that'll ever be beaten. It's quite a good time.
Is there any sort of randomness that you have to deal with?
There's a lot of randomness. The first boss, you can lose up to a minute, I think, on that, so it's quite bad.
Alright, I might have to fiddle with some OBS stuff as well to get it set up.
Yeah.
Right.
All good.
And how long have you been practicing this game?
This game? Only a couple of months. I've picked it up in February, so...
Okay. Does it take you long to switch games or anything like that? Or as a speedrunner, does it take you long to switch from one game to another?
Usually. This one didn't take too long, though.
Okay.
Yeah, this game took me maybe a couple of days to learn.
Oh, that'll be done in a few seconds. We got like internet for days here. Look at that. Yeah. It's done.
Done. Nice. Where can I plug this in?
Beautiful. All right, you need to plug that in?
Yes.
Cool.
On the desk, is it?
I've got one on the keyboard. Otherwise, run it around back there. Just pass it to Nalo. Right. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So how long's your average time on this sort of game?
Average time is about 30 to 31 minutes average.
Okay.
So sub 30 should be pretty easy, unless a major mistake happens.
Lovely.
Now, I don't think the save file will copy over because I've been having issues with that. So if so, I will have to play through the first level really quick to
that's all good, man.
Unlock something. Yeah, it doesn't. Quickly do that now. Hopefully it won't take too long.
Is that it? Amazing.
This is the game.
Alright, I'm just going to switch up the OBS thing. I'll just be a minute.
All good. Yeah.
All right, we're back on. I'm going to change all his settings. He's going to be really mad at me. So, what are we playing again?
This is a game called Scooby-Doo and Looney Tunes Cartoon Universe Adventure.
How old is this?
2014. Game came out.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it, but that's when it came out.
No, yeah. And what's your best time?
Best time is 29.09, which is the current world record. This run should be around 30 to 31 minutes, I think. So
okay.
29-minute time should be possible. If
you're going to try and beat 29.09?
I don't think I can beat that. That's that run requires a lot of luck to beat, unfortunately.
Yep.
Otherwise,
so we got cheats in this, like things that you're cutting now. You know.
There are a bunch of skips. Yeah. Some things you're meant to do that you don't.
Yep.
Probably about, I'd say, maybe 10 minutes worth of game is cut out.
Okay.
So
okay.
About that.
So this is like sort of like when I used to play Mario Kart 64, we used to have some of the cheats like jumping over the fences. You know, need that involved?
There's a lot of jumping over walls. A lot of occasionally going through things.
Yeah.
And just
we're good to go.
Avoiding getting hit.
Awesome. Get it started.
Head back in. Fortunately, the save file didn't copy over, so I do need to quickly unlock something.
Is this Scooby-Doo? Who is this?
This is Purple Dog. He's, I guess, the main character. He's who I play as, at least.
Can you turn the volume of the game down? The volume of the game?
Game volume.
It's a little bit loud.
I should be able to do that in here, actually. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I can do that.
There we go. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Perfect.
That'll be fine. Hopefully this won't take too long. No. Yeah, like I said, the save file doesn't copy over for whatever reason, so we have to quickly.
Yep.
That should be it. Not quite. Let's...
Yep. Yep. So, you're gonna count me?
Sure, I'll get a...
Keep going. You can just keep going. So, guys, we are now heading over to our PUBG on the RFLAN main channel. So if you want to check that out, if you're into esport, go ahead to twitch.tv/RFLAN. If you want to keep hanging out with us and see how the speedrun goes, just tune into the RFLAN TV 2. Have fun at PUBG, guys.
Alright. Features, and it's going to be exciting action in the insanity that is duos.
Yes, now what we did see in the last game obviously was squads. It was Team Potato, which is back here as Team 12, Roast Duck and Blood God's Son. They really didn't move around the map much, so not much to talk about there. Now, we do have a split of the original squad who did win. Now, one of them has been told they can't play unless they change their name. So we've still got King of the Jungle waiting potentially for what we were calling _Hunter. I won't say what it was. And then we've got Baba Yaga and MILF Hunter in one of the other teams in Teams 13. So we are still waiting on a few people, and we might actually have those ones come back. So it'll be interesting, I really think, to see those two duos come back and fight. I have a feeling they will be in the final circle.
Yeah, exactly right. And it's good to see teams competing in all three qualified solos duos squads, because they're varying game modes. Like, you may perform better in solos, but perform terrible in duos or something like that. And especially if you see like one of the regular names, for example, Duke Silver and Annan have been here before, you always want to look to see how they're doing first, and then maybe one of the underdog new players may come up. So hopefully we'll get a bit more numbers, because PUBG is always exciting with more numbers, but unfortunately not. We are getting into the game right now.
Well, hey, it's still a lot better than the, I think we had 7 people last time, so we've got another 5.
Yeah, not bad at all for a Battle Royale.
Now, I did suggest to the games team who deals with the servers that hopefully they can actually make the first circle smaller. Obviously, that will progress the battle a little bit faster, so do keep that in mind. If you do see that happen, that is because of the reduced numbers, so that we do want to obviously keep it entertaining. I can talk for hours and hours, but maybe after I've probably actually already bored you. See?
That's fair enough. And small, quicker circles definitely do make the game more interesting. We had that last RF as well in one of the smaller games. I think Solos was the smallest, and it definitely sped up the action. More fights came out, which in PUBG, it's always good to see.
So we just saw the map before, and it looks like it's a southwest to northeast drop. Now, question: where would you go?
For a drop path like this, I'd probably head towards Pachinki Farm. Maybe I do like a farm. Maybe head off the beaten path. Could head up to Ruins of Watertown. For me personally, I like to go off the beaten path a bit rather than dropping for those high loot spots. Pachinki, School, Rosnock.
Well, I would kind of go a little bit different because obviously with the fewer players on there as well, you've got more loot. So on top of that, this competition is based on the chicken dinner only. It is the winner, not any kills. So in saying that, I think we'll see a lot more people going into the sticks, going into the aether, so to speak, on the edges. Hopefully, we'll see a few teams fighting earlier on just to keep you guys amused, and then hopefully, or I predict that we might even see a few teams fighting over that kind of edge.
Yeah, like, and a military base is in the drop zone. So last LAN we did see a few drops like that when we had a drop path. And I remember one guy, or one squad had School ult to themselves because no one wanted to risk it. So we are seeing the drops coming through, nothing quite yet, but maybe we'll see some teams go for the early drops.
So we've got Duke Silver. Now, we are actually seeing a few drops already. We've got what looks to be Duke Silver, Nylon, Endgame, Annan. They're all going for military base, so we are actually going to see a little bit of early action.
Yeah, hopefully indeed. Like, they seem to be going for the similar area of military base. There was an example last game where one just went off to the side and just had their own section to himself. So I'm looking forward to that early fight.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like they are dropping quite close together as well. So we've got two solos there, it looks like, and we've got Endgame and Annan. Now, Annan previously, I was actually really wanting to see if he was going to take that squad win. He obviously was using squads as a bit of a warm-up, so let's see how he's going.
Exactly right, and they are landing quite soon. Duke Silver is opting not to go for the military base, going for a bit of a house on the outside. Smart move on his part, not willing to risk an early fight. But we'll certainly see the green squad or the turquoise squad up against Neon here.
So we're about to go back to the map just to have a look at what the other squads are doing at the moment. Let's have a look. See,
so we've very out of the circle. We are going for School and heading towards Prison. We got shots early.
Neon's tagged.
Looking for Endgame. Doesn't have any scopes right now, so it is a bit of a tough shot.
And
actually missing a fair amount. Yeah.
That Scar Ironside is terrible as well. He's
looking for the flank here. He will find Endgame. Endgame's ducked behind the corner. Annan is here to back up actually. Oh, Neon!
And that was a fast out by Neon.
The solo looking for the flank, didn't quite get it.
He didn't know where, and the reason why that happened is he didn't know where both people were. Now, if you're going to do something like that, information or intel gathering is key.
And that gives the entire military base to Annan and Endgame as well.
No, we still do have well, actually it does, you're right. We've got Duke Silver on the outskirts, potentially pushing in, it looks like. But we'll cut back to him a little bit later. Let's have a look at what the rest of the squads are doing and how their makeup's going and what's exactly happening. So we've got Bluntic Blitz, and we've got them just in shelter at the moment. And it looks like they've obviously got that to themselves. We've got No Limits, another solo just to the northwest, it looks like. And then let's go and have a look at, I think...
Ooh, a dinner play, nice.
Ooh, yes, very... Let's go have a look at where King... Let's go back to the map overview. So they are quite split there. I'm going to guess that it's going to be another 2 or so minutes before we might see some kind of interaction, unless Blitz and No Limits there decide to cross paths.
I mean, yeah, they can either go look for No Limits, even though, like, if they find him, or they can opt to go for maybe a bit further out of the circle and go towards, like, Prison or Milta or something, because those spots are available and have quite high loot.
So Blitz, I'm curious about as to why he is decidedly picking up an under-over. Now, it does have pretty much the highest burst damage in the game. Okay, so he does have a K98. I thought that was his only weapon. I apologise.
That'd be interesting if it was, but he's going to want to look for some sights for that K98 as soon as he can.
So Bluntic's already at least got a 4 times on an SKS. I would probably actually, at the moment, until that SKS is fully decked out, give that to the K98 because it just doesn't have that stopping power. Well, it does.
And look, how are you going to aim down an eye inside of a Car 98? Like,
Yeah.
good luck. No Limits has found a buggy. He's got to put a bit of ride here.
If he can keep it on its wheels.
And look, we're in Perth, so, you know, like, a bit tough sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, hard times trying to find enough people to play.
He is heading towards the circle, so...
we do actually have them quite close in military base, so that might actually be
Duke
the
Silver.
next one.
Text is loading in a bit. Endgame is on the tower there. Annan is quite close by. Might spot each other very shortly.
It'll be interesting to see if they have, like, do they know that they're there? I'm sure Duke knows that there's a squad there, but a duo, but does that duo know that Duke's there?
Yeah, that's the question to be asked right now. I mean, Duke doesn't seem to have any sights on his guns, so it will be a bit tough if he does spot them. But he is slowly picking up more gear.
So, Annan, from watching him last game, like, I would actually have to say he does seem like he knows what he's doing. His body movement, his peeking, even the fact that as he's taking shots, he'll repetitively move to obviously change the hitbox and reduce the chance of actually taking damage. So I think that we will see these guys later on. They won't get wiped out.
Yeah, for sure, and especially in a 2v1 situation, I feel like Duke won't be able to spot them as soon as he wants to. We go to Endgame here, who has spotted a drop that's currently uncontested, so he's going to want to get that ASAP.
Tasty, tasty loots.
We'll see what is inside it very shortly.
Now, if anyone who potentially is like, I don't know, an Apex Legends dev is watching, you need to make a host spectator client.
Oh, yeah.
Like yesterday.
We definitely need it. We're going to see what Endgame gets in the crate. It's going to be the moment of truth.
And he's got probably the most potato gun out of it. At least I don't like it.
I mean, look, you're going to just spray that everywhere. Nothing much is going to happen unless you're a good aim. But hey, M249 is an M249.
Yeah, I mean, look, if he gets into a good position and is prone, then yeah, like he's got a good chance of actually maybe a bridge camp with that. But let's see what he does actually do with it. But that'll take a while to see. Probably going back to the map in a moment just to see where the rest of the teams are
going. The first
going
blue
and
circle
what they're doing.
is actually coming in now. So King of the Jungle and Blitz are in cars. Roadsuck and Blood are actually still just staying at school right now. Baba Yaga is in a bit of a tough spot right now, but it's the first circle, won't take too much damage. Also, has a car as well.
Yeah, I'm assuming if we can actually go to Baba Yaga, I think we'll probably find that it looks like he does have some meds, so he's fine on that regards. He has popped either some kind of consumable, not sure if it would have been an energy drink.
And he has 4 first aid kits as well. You'll be perfectly fine getting back in.
Health
and it is about to, yeah, for sure. It is about to get back in. The blue circle has just about stopped. He's going to get out and heal a bit.
Yeah, because he's wanting to
obviously...
Oh, he has
a syringe as well, okay.
Oh, yeah, boom, there we go.
A bit of a boost there. Ooh, health for days.
Yeah, hello. Goodbye one of the med kits, and now he's just going to go om nom nom on the combo of painkillers and a energy drink, which obviously gets you up to 100%.
Yep, exactly right. So he'll be back in the zone very shortly. Blood God's Son and Roast Duck are still at school. They're just chilling, having a bit of a classroom session there.
Yeah. Now, we've got Duke Silver and Annan quite close to each other. I'm quite surprised that Duke, knowing that these guys are in military base, has kind of kept on looting through it. I potentially would have pulled back to even the radar dome just past this building that you're seeing Annan running to.
They are
or even
very
going up to the
close
gantry.
to each other. Tensions are running a bit high here.
That they don't know about either. We're actually the ones going, ooh!
Yeah. It's high for us.
Yeah.
So... the game has got a vehicle, actually.
Oh, wow. King of the Jungle has just come in from absolutely nowhere there, and we've now got...
It's just like, hey, guys, what's up? Oh, but he gets annihilated. No chance to survive there.
Yeah, bye-bye, King of the Jungle.
As quick as he was in, he was out.
Oh, very much so.
But Duke Silver and Annan have found each other. The fight we were waiting for. Jukes was very low. Annan is looking for blood. He gets it.
And with that ankle kill, the kiss of death from the legs down.
That's 2 kills for Annan as well.
Well, as I said before, like the way he was playing, I did think he was quite a good player from what I could see. From his shots as well, I'd have to say that he is certainly a force to be contended with. The other one that I'd love to see as well would potentially be the other part of the team that we saw last time, Baba Yaga, the nefarious boogeyman.
And he is actually heading towards in the general direction of military base because it will be a bit of a melee zone. If we take a quick look at a map, yep, it will be western side of the military base. It's the next zone.
So I'm surprised that No Limits not actually moving into the zone a little bit more because I think No Limits isn't really going to have an issue with that duo going past them for the simple fact that they're so far apart. That's actually probably about close to a kilometre. However, if one of those duos does camp the bridge, or even if Baba Yaga camps that intersection where he is, then yeah, that might be an issue. But it also looks like Endgame is camping one of the bridges, and No Limits, if he doesn't get a boat, is going to be in a bit of trouble. But it certainly
he can opt for the other direction, but the blue zone is coming in rapidly, so I don't know if he's willing to risk it. He does have 15 bandages and looks to be realizing, nope, I can't get to the other bridge in time. I'm going to rush for the other bridge.
Well, I still probably would have actually gone for the other bridge for the simple fact that it's outside its zone.
Yeah.
Endgame probably wouldn't have, and we probably will see Endgame. Yeah, Endgame is already moving.
Back in. Oh, No Limits is a bit stuck right now.
No, he's got a boat.
He has found the boat. Should be quite comfortable to make it to the zone, however.
And so we'll just be having a look at the overhead map until we do see.
So we'll see what Baba Yaga does with Blood Gods and Roast Duck coming in.
Yeah, it's certainly...
He's staying off the road, actually. He has found a vehicle.
However, it'll be interesting to see where Baba Yaga goes. I do know him to be quite a strategic player, so unless he hears the vehicle behind him, and even then, he'll probably keep on going.
Going on, he's honking his horn. He knows.
Oh yeah, he be sneaky.
Oh yeah, he's heading into military, and Blood God Son and Roast Duck are heading in the southerly direction as the zone slowly collapses in. And Blood God has had a bit of a crash.
Go Team Potato. So unfortunately, these guys will, as far as I'm concerned, keep that nickname. If you didn't tune in for the squad one where they were playing, they stayed in the same probably 300-400 meters for the entire game.
So No Limits has landed on the shore, has plenty of time to get into the next zone. Baba Yaga still being a bit of a cheeky guy, is looking for the crash. He succeeds. He's getting out of the car. He's looking for blood. Oh!
But unfortunately, Endgame with the other angle, Baba Yaga would have just apparently been looking like he's standing still. So, goodbye Baba, sorry, but no cigar.
Was very close, did actually succeed at crashing into Annan and Endgame's car. But yeah, just wasn't enough to throw them off the track.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're down to the last 4 teams.
Yeah, very much so. So we've obviously got Annan and Endgame regrouping. For most of the game, they've been apart. And then we've got the other duo, Roast Duck and Blood God's Son, who very nearly got wiped by Baba Yaga.
And they have... Roast Duck knows someone's around. Annan is actually the closest. Both his squad is there. They are behind each barrier. We'll see what happens very shortly. They are definitely looking for blood. Oh, Endgame has spotted Roast Duck, but so is Roast Duck, and it's Endgame being knocked here. Very nice from Roast Duck. However, it is being shot at.
However, that grenade will not reach. That is way too far. That is first knock, but that's quite easily remedied. There's no one else behind them, so they're pretty safe.
Yeah, No Limits just inside the zone, and Blitz and Bluntelk is at the southern side of the island. There's going to be a very military match right now between these two squads. They know each other's there. They're looking for blood right now.
So with Annan and Endgame, even though I'd probably say at the moment, skill-wise, they look to be at a higher bracket, even though one of them did get knocked, they chose to use a vehicle to get in closer, even though they could have gone on foot. So they did play on the idea or confidence that they are good players instead of playing the sneaky game.
And here comes Rostock, knocking over his own teammate. What are you doing? That's a sunglasses moment right there.
No, just no.
Not at all. That's gonna. Luckily, Annan and Endgame are a bit away, so they'll have time to revive. No worries there.
I kind of hoped that Rostock and Blood God would have actually succeeded in winning this one, so they would have lost the term Team Potato. But I think that you're probably going to start using it now as well.
Exactly right. A grenade has been thrown. And Annan looking for blood on the car. Doesn't actually succeed.
However, that was a hard hit. That probably would have been a headshot there on Blood God's son. And if you can get a lucky hit... Oh, there we go!
Succeeds. The bullet drop taking down, knocking down Blood Gods. They're going to want to get out of the car and rev right away. Endgame is looking to cancel that revive. You can't find them though. There is a drop right next to them, so they can go for that uncontested if they want. But they're looking to close it in here.
We'll just quickly have a look at map. No Limits, I feel, should be probably pushing in and getting in on this, because if he doesn't, it's going to be very hard for a solo to take this, as I did point out, with Annan as a solo last game.
And we see Bluntelk and Blitz closing down from the bottom side. They are semi-close to Annan. Endgame and Annan are split apart right now. Annan is going for a little bit of a heals here.
I think that was a great flanking maneuver by Annan, because as far as I know, like, even if Blood God and Duck know that he's there, they can do very little about it.
Yeah.
So we've got No Limits taking the high ground on that ridge to the west. He's not really doing much at the moment. Hopefully we can see him do something. Otherwise we might call him Solo Potato. I don't know.
Maybe. We'll see what he does in the coming minutes here in the final stages of the duo games. Bluntelk and Blitz have also decided to take the high ground. They're slowly stealthing their way in. Endgame has opted to go for the drop crate there.
Let's have a look and see what... he got an arm. And there's a headshot.
What is that? Rostock going down there.
That was a 3 times. I have to play that. That was an amazing shot.
Yep. Rostock must be a bit spooked there right now. Just going down out of nowhere from the arm.
Yeah, well, I mean, Team Potato has copped the most downs.
And Annan is looking for the flank here. Endgame is here to back him up from a distance.
However, it'll be interesting to see if No Limits gets some shots on him, but if we hear him, we'll see him.
Yeah, No Limits just sort of chilling up there. Blitz and Bluntelk slowly closing in on Endgame. They don't know he is there, but they are heading in the right direction.
Annan's going in for the flank.
Endgame doesn't quite hit his mark there. There are shots coming out. Annan is poking out from the back.
This is very...
He attempted to vault over the car for a second there. Oh, Annan actually goes down from the nade. Endgame's going to want to rush into his teammate. Rostock is coming around.
I think that's No Limits actually opening up on them, however.
Oh, it might have been, yeah. No Limits actually pulling his weight now.
And he's getting hit from behind by the other team, which is Bluntelk and Blitz, I believe.
It's going to be a bit of a major crossfire here. Bluntelk has found Endgame. Blitz does go down, however. Slowly making his way through the bush. Blitz is going to try and get behind a rock.
Now, Endgame is probably going to be running for Annan to get that. No, he's not. He's probably been told by his teammate to just leave it.
There goes Blitz. Bluntelk, the only member of Dark Blue Squad remaining. And Annan actually going down here to the death timer. So Endgame is the only one alive in the Turquoise squad right now.
Well, yeah, geez. I'm surprised. I thought Annan might have clutched that. I was a little bit skeptical.
It came down to just Endgame being too far away. Like, he started off like a few houses across.
And
it was just too much distance to cover.
Grenade.
Yeah.
Because man, you've played this, I've played this. I know exactly what happens. Like all of a sudden, you just throw grenades like you're a squid. Like you just ink.
Exactly. Still 4 teams are alive. Only 5 people left, however. No Limits is looking to close in now. He's going for a bit of a run.
Funnily enough, Team Potato, and we've got Blood God's son down again.
He's going down all the time. He's not having a good time.
Yeah,
I think he's getting a bit bloody there.
End game is certainly just putting some damage on there.
End game is scouting out. He's being. Sorry, Bluntelk is looking for end game. He knows he's there.
And our lovely guy behind the scenes, who we try and prompt with stuff, is
very nice shot.
Amazing shot.
Rostock going down this time. Team Light Blue not having a good time, just going down to the AWM here.
And I think all Endgame is going to try and do is literally just get them to bleed out so fast they can't be rezzed.
He is rezzed, however, at very low health. Rostock is... He only has pills right now, though. Better hope Blood God has some meds available.
So it looks like they've actually burnt through their meds, because otherwise Blood God would have given him something bigger than a bandage.
Yep. So in a very tough position. They're a bit hold in the house because No Limits is closing in as well.
Well, for some reason, I've never liked that house they're in. Just not good. Bad juju's.
Yeah, exactly right. Smoke grenade has come out. Don't know from who, though.
What an amazing observer cam. Like, this is just an amazing host client as well.
Exactly. I always got to appreciate the PUBG spectator tool. It's a very well fleshed out thing.
Yeah. It's funny because obviously they did it with it being esports in mind. Yep. Obviously, Apex has just gone and taken the cake. Now we've got Endgame having a look down the sites, but I don't think he's seeing anything at the moment. If he did, we'd certainly know about it because he certainly
he wants to climb onto the roof. He wants to climb on the roof. Doesn't quite succeed at that. He wants to go in those crates. He's having a good time with the crates.
Yes, he is.
No Limits taking the high ground here.
So he's actually got a suppressed FAL there. Those things, probably my favourite sniper rifle in the game currently.
Would be better with a more zoomed in sight, but it's PUBG. What can you do?
It depends also on what range he wants to engage.
That's fair enough.
But I would agree. I'd think a 6 times would be perfect for that.
Yeah, especially when you're on the high ground and this is the closing moments of the game. You kind of want to get those pot shots out if you can. Especially with a suppressed gun.
Oh, certainly. Mind you, at this zone, a suppressor you can hear. I would have actually loved to have seen one of the guys rock a VSS late game. I always say the VS... there's the final zone. That is...
Oh, yikes.
RNGesus. Thank you.
Welcome to PUBG zones, everyone. RFLAN Duos qualifiers.
That's almost a Sunny's moment.
They'll realise this and it's like, God damn, what do we do? Well, into the zone.
Obviously with Endgame has already just gone, nah, I'm out, catch it, guys.
He is being shot out though, but he's looking to dash into that building.
So that's the SKS that you can hear. That's got a 4 times on it, I believe, from Bluntelk. But in saying that, Bluntelk's also got the furthest to go.
He's got about 15 seconds before the blue zone starts coming in. Bluntelk is looking for No Limits. Doesn't land shots just yet. We see Rostock going down again. No surprises there.
He really is roasted, isn't he?
And they're pretty much out of meds as well, so Blood Gods is going to want to get to him as soon as possible. Bluntelk is still looking for No Limits. Attacks him for 32. 36 takes down Bluntelk, the Potato team. Actually succeeding here. That's Dark Blue team gone.
That wasn't Potato Team. Potato Team is roasted.
Potato Solo, my bad.
Yeah, Potato Solo, yeah. Single Fry?
Yes, Single Fry, and that is No Limits on an insane rampage, taking down the Potato team.
Wow, blink and you miss it. Now we've got obviously the 2 best players, or one of the 2 best players, and now No Limits. Wow, dude.
He came in out of nowhere, just slowly made his way down and took
what was that you said about the site?
2 people. I don't know. What did I say about zoomed in sights? I can't remember what I said there.
I think Endgame is thinking that this is CS. Can someone please tell him that there is no bullet pen through that?
Yeah, we might have to get an announcement down to the stage, you know. Just saying PUBG is not CS.
I'm surprised Endgame missed that.
Oof, what a shot.
Expected
He's running
else.
in with his M249. Maybe he thinks it's CS, he thinks he can spray.
Oh, 7 grenades.
It's just gonna start chucking grenades.
Squid ink, bro. Squid ink.
Pretty much. They're hiding, the classic PUBG, hiding behind rocks. He has 4 bullets left in his arm. Let's see if we can make the most use out of it. I wouldn't say that's much use, but hey, you tagged. Why not? Oh my god.
And so you see
that
game
has like a pretty much a dance party behind the rock there.
Yeah.
Bit of BM going on.
Now, I don't condone that movement, but I also use it.
That's fair. Alright, here comes the grenade chucking simulator.
Catch, buddy.
Ooh,
Oh.
29 HP on no limits here. He's going to want to syringe up right away.
And there'll be another one coming this side if Endgame is just... No.
He's healed up. Endgame's dashed out behind the rock. We'll see if No Limits again spot. And it's Endgame that takes the game. That's winner chicken dinner.
What an amazing game by Endgame and
Props
No Limits.
to No Limits, like, honestly.
Yeah, like... Wow. I'm speechless.
Yeah, like, honestly, after what No Limits did, taking down the Potato Squad...
Well, yeah, because those guys just didn't die.
Yeah, they just kept going down, getting back up again.
Honestly,
never gonna get me down.
I feel like if they had actually had more meds, they would have still been alive.
Yeah,
they would have
exactly.
just been like, the way we win this game is you run out of ammo, and then we're just going to probably run at you with a fry pan.
Up. Exactly right.
Yeah.
And so well done to Anon and Endgame. Unfortunately, Anon did go down earlier, but Endgame taking him out. Good use of the AWM as well. And I definitely didn't say anything about zoom sights on guns.
And I think we are actually going back to the main host desk. So thank you guys so much, and it's over to you.
We'll catch you guys when we get back.
I think we've already gone.
Just barely going to be over 30. That's alright. Run anyway. Oh.
Oh.
I'll do that. Die here so that I don't have to walk back. Run.
Ah! You died so you don't have to walk back.
Yes. There's only one reset point in the boss room, so...
Nice. So 30 seconds... Sorry, 30 minutes and 10 seconds.
That's a good
nice.
run.
That's it. Look, you're a minute longer.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good run.
And, you know, there's a few mistakes in there and we're still...
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yep, that could have been a below 30 if the boss was a little bit nicer, but...
Yeah.
Or...
look.
There is one person who's trying.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Stream sniping. Mr. Aussie, how you doing, buddy?
Like I said, the randomness that the first boss gives you.
Yeah.
So.
And have you tried to beat that score?
I have a few times. I've not gotten close. That might be the closest I've gotten since, which is good.
Yep.
But yeah.
Cool. Good work. Well done. Well, that's it for our speedrunner. What are we on to next? Good question, actually. Find out what we're... I think we have Disconquer coming on. Possibly soon. Are you on for anything else the rest of the day?
Not for today.
Not for tonight, just the speedrunning? And were you spectating today or bring your PC?
No, I didn't. Just came down here for
Anything interest you? Beat Saber?
Maybe.
I've got my eye on that one. And I think we might be having pictures. Oh. Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That was awesome.
Yep.
Hello, Ben. How are we? And Landfill. I don't know if Landfill's still there. How you doing, Landfill? What is going on? So bear with us while we. Hello, good sir. Oh, I will let a lovely Dan set up this over here. Perfect. We're good. We're back.
Yeah. Hey guys. So
introduce yourself.
If you weren't actually watching the stream just before with the PUBG, Sysop_Peach. This is a lovely Nalopia who know. Now I've been told to drag on here and pretty much just talk a little bit about PUBG and how that's gone so far. So we actually did miss the first game because of technical. Then went to a squad game, which we do have a team that has solidly got a team potato. Reason why this is the first game they played, they didn't move outside of about a 200 radius. Second game, they got downed multiple times, and then one of them downed the other with a car.
Does that happen often?
No.
You're talking to someone who's not very. I've not played PUBG. Enjoy watching it, but you know the rules of it out. Yeah.
If you're probably playing with pubs, so to speak, and not an arranged team, you might actually expect it to happen on occasion. But certainly with someone who you're playing with, you're playing competitively.
Yep.
I actually face palmed, put my sunnies on. I was like, no, like what just happened? Aside from that, we did see the squad in the squad match because it was a squad, a duo, and a solo. They took it. The squad got split up for the duos. Two of the guys were told that they couldn't play because of the names that they had.
That's unfortunate.
So instead of them actually making a duo, which would have been quite good to see, they both played as solos and they early on.
Perfect.
Team Potato in that second game as well, which I mentioned the car. They were literally just damage sponges. They used every single med available. The only thing that I have to say is they would have potentially won if they had more meds, because I think their strategy was you shoot all the bullets at us, you run out of ammo, and we're good.
Strategy.
Yeah.
And how did that go for them?
Not very well.
The only downside to that is you may get killed by those bullets, although that's a good strategy. Yeah.
Now, one of the best players in there, who was a solo first game, he came out and he ended up killing 3, getting downed by Team Potato with a lucky grenade, or what I'm assuming was a lucky grenade. They might be able to correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
But normally what happens with an engagement is all of a sudden you just start throwing your grenades like you're a squid squirting its ink. You're like, get out.
Yep.
So that's exactly what happened. And then we had a person on the edge of boundary. I believe it was No Limits. He wasn't really doing much. We were about to actually call him the solo potato. He then came in. He wrecked the end of Team Potato. He also downed one of the other duos, one of the duo partners, which the other partner had already been downed. So that was a wipe. And then he got wiped as well in the very end by End's game, I believe it was, who was up against him.
Fantastic. So, yeah, what didn't play out how you expected it to play out, and then all of a sudden just comes in and...
Yeah, it was literally I was commenting on something, and all of a sudden it was blink, and No Limits has come in and has gone... It was amazing. Now, Dawnfire did actually make a remark about the scope choice that No Limits used, which was a red dot altered from the red dot to a crosshair, and it was on an FNFAL, which is a DMR, a designated marksman rifle, with a suppressor, and they kind of went, Dawnfire went, it should have a bigger scope on it. I did agree to an extent, but I did also say it does depend on what engagement distance they want to fight at.
Yep.
And from there, it was just simply a case of, when it happened really fast, and I was just like, so No Limits, and Bonfire. So about that scope.
Yeah. So who came out on top?
So it ended up being Endgame from the team which was Annan and End. Annan being the one in the first game that we actually wanted to see win, because he was a solo against an entire squad and another duo, and we would have just been like, this is amazing.
So did he enter on his own?
No,
knowing full well?
I do believe that Anon and Endgame, cheers. So yeah, I do believe that Anon and
Sorry, keep going. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm actually just getting waved at from various directions. I am actually about to go and cast the other PUBG solos, so I am actually going to be handing it back over to the lovely Mighty Blue. When the lovely, haired individual comes over here, and I'll hand it over to him. Have a lovely day, guys.
Thank you for having us. I've been. So,
did you miss me?
I have some very exciting news for you, good sir.
I have also exciting news for you.
Well, I'm hoping you didn't find out in the process of you being out. I was hoping you would stay in here, but of course I came into the speedrunners not knowing I was going to do it. So,
So,
are we both going to speak about the front page of Twitch?
Are we going to yes, we're on the front page of Twitter right now.
Twitch.
Yes, so I'm told. I mean, hence the that thing happening with all the chat. So, congratulations, well done. It was all you.
For our main RFLAN page, we are actually on the front of Twitch, which is fantastic.
Until the PUBG games start, which will be happening in a few minutes.
So the actual main channel. So we've got two. We've got the RFLAN, which is one that will feature all of our games, the tournaments. Well, not all, but
most of the semi-finals and the finals.
And then we've got this one, which is if we've got no games going and things settle down, comes to us. So
that's right.
Our main RFLAN Twitch is on the front page of Twitch.
Right,
and
it's
at
terrifying.
one point, which I didn't tell you, had 350 views. I don't know what. Yeah, no.
I mean, that's just. At that point, it's a number so large that you just can't comprehend it.
Now, I had a quick look. I had a bit of a nosy, and I thought,
are you going to have a sneaky peek?
We'll have a little sneaky peek. What's happening now? Let's go to this one since.
Yeah, it's click a window on a web browser. I believe in you.
I believe in me too. Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
Working here, we should know how to do
some form. Working. Get it? It implies so much. That's the US one, I think. Will be some rotation thing.
We are in somewhere.
Alright, we are.
Yeah.
Bad at. Alright, you type the thing. You type the thing because I am clearly not be trusted.
Good sir, you cannot be trusted. We're just going to back away.
Alright. That's a large number. It's intimidating. Yeah.
Hello to the 501 viewers that we've got going on.
Oh my god, that's all these. Well, I mean,
look, Jess. Look,
I know, Jess.
Jessica. Wow, you're on the front page.
I know. Thank you. It is pretty cool, but not as cool as all the people watching us on the front page. So,
where are we from, guys? Are we from most of us Australia? Are we here? Are we just watching from home? A lot of people are putting my lovely mug in the channel. It's beautiful.
Welcome, RF2.
Beautiful. Yes. So as a lot of people are on the RF normal channel, RFLAN, we've got the RFLAN TV 2 as well. So if you're not interested in the esports, you can come across and listen to us speak just magical words that would just make you just sleep so well tonight.
Oh yeah, ASMR gaming stream. That's
right.
Well,
I wanted to do
let's just go on to Xbox Live with one of those ASMR microphones.
Perfect.
Absolutely. It'll lull you off to sleep right away.
I wanted to do a McDonald's nuggets eating competition with old Blue over here, but I think he was a bit scared. I don't think he wanted to.
It's because I already look like a nugget.
Where's the dipping sauce? Someone? I ordered dipping sauce. Hello?
That's it. Booney wants me to read my text messages.
Okay, can you...
Wow.
Oh! Who is Booney?
He's the person whose house I'm crashing at for the duration of the LAN. So it might actually be really important. I might actually not have anywhere to sleep tonight.
He said that he was going to call. He lied.
Yeah, so... That's right. Look, this is kind of awkward, meeting you like this in front of several hundred people.
I'm sorry to say this, but, it is what it is.
That's right.
Hi, Chris. How are we going? We have a few people we know in chat here. So,
lovely.
But for me, it's Grizzly. Grizzly will be.
Grizzly is right there.
Grizzly!
He's right there. He's trolling us in the chat. Oh, just go around the around the back. Yeah, see, look at this guy.
We could give him a bit of a mic. Is our mic on?
Yeah, that mic there. Pick the thing. Yeah, you pull up that chair over there. You take your product placement with you. There,
right in the middle. We'll go right in the middle.
Right there. Cool. Yeah. Cool.
I don't think the cam works all the way there. Oh.
God.
How are we? Yes, I'm fantastic. Yeah. So, how many times have you been to RFLAN? Okay, perfect.
Relative
hey,
newbie, yes.
Second time too.
Hey, same here. This is the Tubi Club.
Oh my gosh.
So, there is apparently another microphone.
There's another microphone.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
How are you, mate? How are you?
So, there's actually quite a few people. I'm just gonna say it out there. There's a Landfill, Mr. Aussie, and Ben. Thank you guys for, and Chris. Sorry, Jack of Clubs. Thanks for coming by and saying hi, squad.
Are these your people? These people?
They're my
These
people.
are actual real people from
They're
the internet.
real people.
That's right.
They're not bots. They're genuine people.
Genuine people.
That's
Yeah.
right. You like just like slow down here. You or me. You actually. Well, okay. Like slow down, Turbo.
There's your remote in there.
There's hashtag boss.
When you've got this many viewers in the chat there.
The Minecraft.
Is the Minecraft server up? Can we get on here? We'll pull it up.
Is Minecraft on this computer?
No, Salty Dog used to be a nickname of mine. I just saw that in chat just then.
What's this? Is this yours?
Oh, well done.
I saw that and I was like, I'm curious, and then Grizz was talking, so I didn't want to cut him off.
Sorry, Dog. Where's this? Is it someone in chat? Is it?
Yes, Gailey.
Oh, yeah.
Look.
Salty.
Come back,
So yeah.
It used to be like this.
Oh, you're salty. You're quite salty. Okay.
Now I'm Peach.
Oh,
God.
so you're a salty peach, or just peach, or just.
But however, maybe Gailey wasn't meaning me. I don't know.
Biza,
Biza's
Mr.
here
Biza
as well.
has
Yeah,
joined
lovely.
us. Biza,
Welcome,
what is
Biza.
going on?
So anyone who's not au fait, Biden's going to be one of the Rocket League casters for
Nick
tonight.
on mic, who's Nick. So I just wanted to show everyone this, so just not everyone freaks out a little bit, you know.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Not freaking out. Oh, beautiful.
Right, they can't see that, by the way. Chat can't see that.
Oh, no, I'm talking about us, you know, I'm just,
yeah.
We'll get there.
Anyway,
so
just...
how is chat going out of 1 out of 10? What out of 1 out of 10? Let me know. How are you guys going? What's going? 2. Is that?
Mic doesn't work. Whose mic doesn't
Probably Chloe's one, I would guess.
Is it working? No, it's working.
That's working. Whatever.
Is mine working? How do you know?
Interview Salty Dog. He's behind you.
Apparently these two are working, but...
There's lots of people behind us.
We are real. Are you though? You know, I just don't know.
Yeah, not at all.
So Ben's a 4. You've got to go to work in 90 minutes. Ben,
Interview Salty.
Where are your priorities, alright? I'm sure you might like having things like a house and food and things like that, but...
so the guy in the suit, sorry, I don't want to put my back to the camera, but I apologise. This is a Salty Peach. I meant Peach, sorry.
Salty Peach. No. Oh my god.
This is the lovely Peach here. He'll be doing some more casting.
Yep. PUBG Solo's coming up very shortly.
PUBG Solo's coming up, so...
Very soon, so if
Yes.
you're a big fan of PUBG and loneliness, you could totally check out that on RF1.
What are the prizes? What are the prizes they're giving away for the PUBG tourneys?
I think one of us will find out that in a moment.
So for the guys that are saying there's a bit of a lag issue, we have picked that up, so we'll be
apparently it's
working on that.
RFLAN. The main channel has some lag problems, but apparently RFTV2, which is clearly the superior channel, is okay.
So if you guys don't want the lag, if you type in on the Twitch RFLAN62, it'll come straight to us, and we'll look like better people.
Potentially lag free.
So
well,
what is the structure today? We got RF2 going all day. Are we running all day? Just yarning
Okay. So RFLAN, it'll just be us. RFLAN has been.
Oh, great! No pressure.
No pressure. No, nothing at all. So
RFLAN 1's been taken down. Or RFLAN 2
it'll be back soon. Apparently, they're having some technical jiggery pokery.
Okay, there you go.
That they need to deal with. So that's fine. Salt.
Rip.
So,
all right, lovely.
So let's talk about you, buddy.
What would you like?
What games do you kind of play? Talk to me.
I'm a variety streamer as well, much like most. You Overwatch exclusively Overwatch. That's what I've seen you play.
I'm variety. I'm just maining Overwatch at the moment.
Sekiro is what I'm born at the moment.
Explain to those who.
So, From Software, game developer, the guys that make Dark Souls 3, and a bunch of other games, they've created this new game called Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Very difficult, kind of skill-based game. You're like pretty much like a ninja, and you kind of like crawl around and backstab people and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah, recommend it. It's not multiplayer; that's a single-player experience.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
And a lot of viewers like watching that, and it's quite like they're following along with the story.
Because I fail very all the time and do stupid shit. And oops, I swore. Apologies. Potato, yeah.
All right, so we have questions in the chat for real quick. Jessica Layla asks, who are the hosts? Aside from all that, so everyone that you see here is more or less a caster or a personality of some sort, a talent, if you will, at RFLAN. Myself and Nalopia here are probably doing most of the hosting at the desk here. It's a very good desk. Welcome, desk. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're having a good time at the LAN. I'll be casting the.
I love desk.
Desk's amazing. It's the best thing. It's almost as good as lamp. I'll be casting the Dota 2 with Grizz.
Yep.
Later tonight, whenever the Dota 2 happens. Yeah. I mean, you say can't wait, but we're doing it anyway. So like.
How many have you casted the Dota 2 before? Or is this the first time?
This will be the first time casting Dota 2 for me.
What's the representation like? Do we get a few people?
People play video game.
Yeah.
And we basically talk about people playing video games. It's